Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Loddon Valley for this exciting NBL Division 1 clash between the 12-3 Reading Rockets and the 3-11 Bradford Dragons. We have an extremely exciting matchup today, a battle of the guards, if you like, as Mitch Clark takes on the likes of Kofi Joseph, Justin Williams, and Jordan Whelan from the Bradford Dragons. A team with a very exciting backcourt and a good little run of games. 3 of 5 wins from their last 5 fixtures. Teams are currently just heading to get ready for their initial announcements as MC Bailey Tustin gets the mic ready and rocking to welcome the two teams onto court.
To today's visitors, led by head coach Chris Miller, number 1, Justin Williams.
Bradford Dragons, of course, maybe struggling to the results at the start of the season, but really starting to get it going now. The experienced guards of Kofi Joseph, Justin Williams, and Jordan Whelan, all averaging 14 points and above per game. A real matchup challenge for the Reading Rockets. Reading Rockets, of course, in a little bit of trouble with injuries at the moment. Captain Lewis Champion, Reese Pennick, Matt Allman, and young Adam Coxon all currently unavailable for today's fixture. So a real opportunity for the Bradford Dragons to continue their run and try and make a statement here at Fortress Loddon.
Please welcome your home team, the Loddon Rockets! Number 4, the Wizard of Mitch Clark.
And welcome to the court, Mitch Clark. Loddon Valley fans absolutely love the Wizard of Oz. Zane Portman welcomed in with a large round of applause. The exciting Victor Olorarian running out, an elite scorer. The young and very talented Isaac Spurrier, former GB Under-16 international and recently England Under-18 player at the Future Stars tournament. Simon Chamberlain, a lethal threat from outside the three-point line, welcome to the court. Big high flyer Tyner Sangu, expect to see his head above the rim plenty of times today with some big throwdowns. An absolute weapon around the rim. Justin Hopkins recently with a 40-point outing away from home, a player that can make a huge impact. George Clark welcomed to the court. Loddon Valley enjoy his presence whenever he gets a chance to jump on court. And of course, new Reading Rockets, Zep Jasper. Welcome to Loddon Valley, Zep Jasper. Exciting import player for Reading Rockets and someone that's going to have to make an instant impact with the players out today.
Now, the Bradford community, ladies and gentlemen, was rocked badly last weekend when 4 fantastic young humans unfortunately lost their lives. Some of the players were very close.
Reading Rockets now just asking for a 1-minute tribute.
Very close to some of the deceased. TJ and DJ were Essex Rebels players. Mikhail and Eva, Essex University students, tragically lost their lives last weekend. So we will now observe to pay our respects a minute silence. Thank you.
And you will hear the round of applause here at Loddon Valley, celebrating the lives of the amazing young people that were unfortunately lost from our community over in Essex. We wish all of our love and support, of course, to them, their friends, and their families. So we are now within 2.5 minutes of tip-off. A busy Loddon Valley crowd filling their seats, all bums down on seats, ready to celebrate the type of games we've seen here at Loddon Valley. Expect the crowd up on their feet, jumping up and down with joy, with frustration, with happiness that comes along with being a fan of our wonderful game. Amazing to have those of you that have joined us already on stream. Please send this link to your friends, to your family, and of course, get into the comment section. Who are you here to support? What are your predictions? What do you think of the action? Let us know all of those things in the comments, and I'll be keeping an eye on there for you throughout the game. We are now in 1.5 minutes. Teams sent to their benches as we have a quick chance to look at the starting fives. The Bradford Dragons will of course start with Justin Williams, Kofi Josephs, Micah Savory-Richards, Richard Sulks, and Jordan Whelan. Will have an interesting start to the game with the amount of talent that those guys have ready to go on the tip-off. Of course, Rockets with a very strong starting five of their own. Mitch Clark is going to take lead along with Zane Porman. Victor Olorarian will start today, a player we normally see come off the bench and make a huge impact. Will he have that same high level of impact starting today? Tyner Sangu, high fly, get ready to see him above the rim. And of course, Justin Hopkins, a player that Rockets like to go to early in the game, a player that can score at a very high rate. It's a very exciting starting five for both teams, with players able to really get going. It'll be interesting to see how the Rockets defend Bradford Dragons. Who are the players they think are most important to take out the game? Who will defend Kofi Josephs? Who will defend Jordan Whelan? On the flip side, a lot of pressure on the Reading Rockets guards today. Of course, missing players such as Lewis Champion, Reese Pinnock, Matt Allman. Big losses for them. 3 players that make a big impact game after game. So which of the guards will get off and running today? And of course, Sepp Jasper ready to come off the bench and make an impact when called upon. As always, a quick shout out to officials, crew chief Molyneux, and umpires Swashi and Wheeler. In that wonderful bright yellow Reading refereeing top. Head to the Basketball England website and buy one of those if you want to be seen nice and clearly.
Number 13, Justin Hopkins. Number 12, Tyner Sangu. And number
Of course, we're late in a Sunday. Pretty much all of our Reading Rockets junior games have already happened. So congratulations to all of the young Reading Rockets junior players, as well as all those junior players across England that have had their National League, Junior National League fixtures this weekend. We hope it went really well and that you had a great time on court. But now it's time to watch our Division I athletes get going. As tip-off is ready between the Sangu and Savory-Richards, and it's a Rockets ball as Victor Olorarian will go straight to the rim and lays it in. It took just 3 seconds to get this game off and running on the scoreboard. Williams now being defended by Clark. Whelan and Josephs load in the corner. Hopkins and Olorarian giving them no space to catch. But it'll be Williams that they run the action for. Comes off the pick and roll. Mid-range jump shot is good. And Micah Savory-Richards gets his first shot to go. So both teams scoring on their first possessions. Porman to Clark. Inside to Nsangu, fakes and just guides the ball across the other side of the rim and lays it in. Josephs back to Williams, comes off the pick from Sooks. Lovely little bounce pass. Sooks loses the handle. Whelan goes all the way to the rim, gets a little bit of contact from Ty Nsangu. That's an early foul for him to pick up. They'll want to manage that as best as possible. A player that we do know can get in a little bit of foul trouble. We're not even a minute into this one, so a good challenge for him to try and manage his fouls for the next couple of minutes. Be interesting to see, do the Bradford Dragons start to maybe go to different actions that will attack Ty Nsangu and try and force him to defend. And Whelan, of course, gets his free throw to go. Olorarian. Portman. Great defense from Whelan, hounding defense. Portman decides to post him up, kicks to Hopkins. Hopkins, 4 things on the clock, drops his defender, goes all the way to the rim. Can't get the layup to go, but it will be 2 shots at the line. So a chance for Justin Hopkins to try and get his first couple of points at the line. You really don't want to score too often in the first quarter, because once he gets those shots dropping, it's hard to stop him. And the second foul shot is good, so 2 for 2 from him as he adds to the scoreboard. Williams. Sooks with the ball, back to Williams. Player, you can see they're trying to get him in as many pick and roll actions as possible. That's wise, he finds Sooks on the dime. But ball's taken inside off the dish pass, and it's basket good for Savory Richards. So, defensive stops required for both teams as Portman decides to take one from the 3-point line, can't get the shot to go. Whelan takes it all the way to the rim. Hopkins' defense is good enough to force a miss, and Nsangu comes up with the rebound. Portman will advance the ball as quick as he can. Mitch Clark goes to the rim, but the pass wasn't available to be made by Portman, so it'll be Hopkins going 1v1, decides to kick. Mitch Clark can't get his first 3-ball to go. Josephs. Veteran guard, player that can really shoot the ball, and almost proof of that as he just hits the back rim and out on his mid-range attempt. Nsangu to Clark. Action ran inside for Hopkins. He'll try and play Whelan inside. No good on the shot, wants a foul, but defense was clean from Whelan. Whelan slows the possession down, or get his team into a 5v5 offense and try and see if they can create the look that they want to score. Salt's catch at the high post, attacks Nsangu straight away. And that, just as we said would be worst case scenario, has got a second personal foul on Nsangu's. Really smart play from Richard Saltz, who realizes that Nsangu can't afford to foul, attacks him. Nsangu gets his second foul, so Simon Chamberlain will have to come in and play the 5. Bradford Dragons without the services of Oscar Baldwin today. 6'10" giant for the Bradford Dragons, so not a lot of height for the Dragons, so might not be the worst thing in the world for Rockets to lose a bit of size as Nsangu has to exit the game. With a slightly smaller squad out there, but of course Chamberlain with that very efficient 3-point shot. Olorarian drives, but pulls the ball back, goes to Clark. Accepts the screen from Chamberlain, but kicks it back to Olorarian. Good defense from the Bradford Dragons, puts just 6 on the shot clock, and Olorarian says it doesn't matter how well you defend, and drains the 3-ball. 9 points apiece. We're only 3.5 minutes into the game, and scoring is coming easily for both teams. As Williams now tries to take one of his own, tough shot over two players, can't get it to go. That left-hand J. Chamberlain decides to pass up the open layup, but maybe he wanted this open three instead. Chamberlain can't get it to go. And Bradford Dragons with numbers going forward. Kofi Joseph will go himself. Fantastic defense from Clark, and Portman managed to get a hand on the pass that was forced to happen. And it will be a baseline ball for Bradford Dragons and a chance to try and set up a desired offense. And there is a foul called here. Referee's going to have a conversation to decide whether it should be on Sulks or Clark. Decision is on Mitch Clark. It's a defensive foul. He's not overly happy about it. Haley Molyneux in the comments. Let's go Rockets. Hate not being there for the live action, but watching from home. Welcome, Haley. Pleasure to have you on stream. 94 of you watching currently. Get your comments in the comment section. Get the link sent out to your friends and family. This one's already a good start, so a game that promises to be an exciting one. Whelan shoots from Curry range. Can't get it to go. Olerayan will come up with a rebound and then slow the ball down as Hopkins goes all the way to the rim. Can't get it to go. Pullman gets the offensive rebound. Chamberlain fakes, shoots, bang! And that three is good. And it's a 12-9 lead. The three-point signs that those amazing Reading Rockets fans are given at the start of the game, waving in the air. They're loving that one. Sulks, tough look, can't get it to go. Rockets out in transition. Clark, poor pass from Hopkins, but Clark manages to get it still to Chamberlain. There'll be a foul called on Whelan. 2 shots at the line. What a fast game we have to start so far. Barely a moment to catch our breath. 12-9 already. Both teams scoring at a high clip. It will be Chamberlain. He's just hit a 3 ball and now gets a chance to add 2 more points to his name. A player who's constantly at the training facility of the Division 1 men's team, the JMA, John Majesty Academy, of course, the academy affiliated with Reading Rockets, where we see our Rockets under 18 and under 19 players playing in the EABL, WABL and Dynamic Schools competitions. And Chamberlain, someone that likes to go in nice and early, get plenty of reps up, and that's why he's got those 5 points already. Reps, reps, reps. Whelan now wants to answer back. Lovely little hop step and guides his way to the rim. A player that's always been able to score the ball. Of course, him and Kofi Joseph, both with experience at former BBL side Worcester Wolves prior to their switch to NBL. And Zane Portman just babies his way to the rim and just guides the ball into the rim. So, again, both teams struggling defensively. Maybe another mid-range look, but no good for Savory Richards. Hopkins will drive, try and go to the rim. Foul called on Sulks, holds his hand up and says, yep, foul's on me. And now chance for Hopkins to try and make 2 from the line. Justin Hopkins, a player of many big scoring games, but effective averages of 18.3 points and 3.7 rebounds across his just under 29 minutes per game. Very high scoring, but Kofi Josephs and Justin Williams both averaging 18 points each as well in Division 1 this season. Here is Williams. Really good defender, and Mitch Clark defending him. Screen is iced, forcing Williams to have to attack away from the screen. Joseph's a player can really shoot the ball, but forced to kick. There's only 3 seconds left on the shot clock, so Williams will attempt the step back. Can't get it to go. Chamberlain Chamberlain off to the races, but slowed down by the Bradford Dragons defense. But Victor Olorarian tries to take it all the way anyway. Just rattles out the front of the rim. Whelan now will try and continue to push the pace, goes all the way to the rim, and another 2 points for him. Again, no chance to breathe as Rockets will try and continue this fast-paced offense. And a technical foul called on Justin Hopkins. He was really unhappy on that last possession, felt he got hacked when on the low block, and immediately says something to the referee, and without hesitation, a technical foul is called. And now Justin Williams will get a chance to take one shot as a result of the technical free throw. So the technical gives them one shot, and now the ball will return to the team that had possession, which was the Bradford Dragons, due to the steal. Chris Sharples with the 3 Reading Rockets emojis in the comments section. Thank you, Chris, for your continued support of the Reading Rockets. Hanif says, let's go Rockets, as does Matt Tustin. Let's go Rockets, let's go. That famous chant we hear here at Loddon Valley for these home games. Currently the chant of defense from the Reading Rockets faithful. They want to see a stop, but Williams says, sorry guys to disappoint, but I'm going to weave my way to the rim for a left-hand layup. Mitch Clark now will choose the offense for the Reading Rockets. Throws the ball inside to Hopkins, a player that likes to play 1v1 from this spot. That's exactly what he does, but help comes from Sulks. It's tipped out of bounds, and Rockets will have 11 seconds on the shot clock to try and get something good to go. Clark inbounds to Hopkins, who goes strong to the rim. 20 points to 16, a high-scoring first quarter. Hopkins already with 6 to his name on the point column. But Whelan with 7 for Dragons, ready to try and add to his total, but it's Kofi Josephs with the ball at the moment. Rockets doing a good job forcing the ball to the sideline, but Josephs managed to go all the way to the rim anyway. Zane Porman will pass ahead to Hopkins, gives it back to Porman, and gets the layup to go, and one! Great finish above the rim from Zane Porman, and Jordan Whelan will pick up his second personal foul. So head coach Meller with some decisions to make. Is he going to keep his star guard in, or will he give him a sub? Looks like he's going to trust him to stay in the game. Only 2.5 minutes left of this first quarter. Rockets might try and be tactical here and try and force Whelan to defend as many actions as possible in the next couple of minutes and try and see if they can get him on a third foul, which would be very hard to manage for the rest of this game. Ball kick to Whelan, here he is, wants to try and get a couple points back for the Bradford Dragons, but can't get his shot to go. So Dragons scoring has slowed, Rockets scoring has not. 23 points to 16. Clark accepts the pick from Simon Chamberlain. Tries to take the tough right-hand shot and somehow gets that to bank in, and it's back-to-back and ones for the Reading Rockets, and a chance to make this a 10-point game, and we're only 8 minutes in to the first quarter. There's a reason he has those nicknames, the Wizard of Oz, Magic Mitch, as he gets the M1 to go, and Victor Olorarian will take a break as the Reading Rockets fans give a big applause to Zep Jasper, number 16, new Reading Rockets player. An exciting player that will be an effective defender for Reading Rockets this season for sure, and excited to see what he can add on the offensive end of the court. With players such as Reese Pinnock, Mitch Clark, Zep Jasper, guards that can really defend the ball. Rockets trying to become a team that's really difficult to score against at the guard spot. Josephs will have Zep defending him now. Clark almost gets his hands on a pass to Williams, but Salts comes up with it. Rockets' defense has improved a lot in the last couple of minutes. You can see here, forcing Dragons to have to move the ball, and it is Zep Jasper that comes up with it. Passes ahead to Hopkins, passes to Clark. It's a third and one in a row, as contact is called on Savory Rickards. And Mitch Clark gets back-to-back and one plays.
Another three-point play incoming.
And a chance to go in just 2 possessions from 0 to 6 points, and that's exactly what he does. 29 points so far for the Reading Rockets. So head coach Nurizadeh and assistant coach Adams today will be very pleased with their start to the game. Whelan can't get past Chamberlain. It's another steal. Dragons struggling to continue their scoring run. Rockets could continue to try and add another nail into this first quarter coffin as they go to the threat of Hopkins inside. Great defense from Whelan managing his 2 fouls, but Chamberlain gets an open 3, and that is good. 32 points to 16. Bradford Dragons still running the starting 5, and scoring is becoming hard to come by. It will be Josephs again that will have the ball. Pass to Salts, though, decides not to dribble with the good defensive coverage. And again, another mid-range shot, no good to go. Bradford Dragons really struggling to get their offense going, have to take a lot of shots off the bounce and not able to get any better looks at the rim or open catch and shoots. The 2 best shots that you want your teams to take, those layups at the rim and open 3s, but none available for Dragons in the last few minutes. And Chamberlain's just hit one from that spot. Can't get the second to go. Jasper with 2 seconds left, pulls it, and the tip is no good from Zane Pullman, but that is the end of the first quarter. And Dragons away from home on 16 points, but double it, and you get the Reading Rockets score of 32 points already after just 10 minutes of action. 6 scorers for the Reading Rockets as Chamberlain leads with 8 points to his name and 3 rebounds. Great contributions after coming off the bench for 2 quick fouls for Ty Nsangu. Make sure that Chamberlain makes up for those missed rebounds that Nsangu probably would have picked up. But Hopkins and Clark both chip in with 6 each as Pullman and Olorarian have 5 of their own. Zane Pullman with 5 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists, along with 1 steal and 0 turnovers. So a very efficient start to the game for Zane Pullman. He'll be really pleased with how that first quarter went, and an example of a player that does more than just score the ball. You young players out there, look at his impact that he manages to have. Someone that knows how to facilitate for his teammates, knows how to defend hard, rebound the ball, whilst also being able to know when it's his turn to try and score on the offensive end. Bradford Dragons are a big scoring slump in the last 5 minutes of that one. Jordan Whelan leads their team with 7 points. But he is now going to take a break, probably due to those 2 fouls. And Andreas Lakudis will come into the game for his first minutes. And Salts with a lovely spin move, but can't get the shot to go. Zep Jasper is the player that comes up with the loose ball. Clark to the threat of Hopkins. Hand off to Olorarian, who comes off the pick from Chamberlain. Clark looks to go in the other side to Hopkins. Clark drives. Chamberlain, how have they left him open in the corner? It's a wide open 3 for the elite shooter of Simon Chamberlain. And that is not a shot you want to give him too many times. He's already hit 2 in this game already. He's 3 of 5 from behind the arc. But a foul down the other end on Simon Chamberlain, and Williams hits a crazy step back 3, and he has a chance for a 4-point play as he'll head to the free throw line front and 1. Oh, that's not a bad way, is it, to come out of the time? Okay, you might have given up a 3, but now you get to go down the other end. You can try and hit a wide open shot, but no, decides to go for the step back, gets the contact, gets the shot to go. Samit Nurizadeh takes Simon Chamberlain out for a rest, and young Isaac Spurrier, John Majewski Academy sixth former, Reading Rockets under-18 player, is in the game for his first minutes, doing better and better every time we see him on court. Ball's inside to Hopkins, can't get anything to go, kicks to Jasper, decides to shoot the three, and there it is, his first point for the Reading Rockets here. And down the other end, Spurrier just gets caught out of help position, and Kofi Josephs just lays the ball up and in really easily. So, and then just down the other end, asked for veteran experience. There it is, Kofi Josephs with the layup in transition, goes down the other end and manages to force Hopkins into his second personal foul whilst taking a charge. Smart play from him, and that will force Hopkins to the bench with his second personal foul. And back in comes the very efficient and very effective Zane Porman. So Kudus swings to Williams. Williams passes to Sulch. Josephs comes off the backstring for Rakudis. He's trying to make a play off a pick and roll. Lovely pass to the back cut from Savory Richards, but can't get it to go. And Olarerin rises up and bang! Two-hand jam for Victor Olarerin. Watch that for a highlight. Gets up above the ring and hangs on for extra safety. Williams can't answer back with a mid-range pull-up. Porman out in transition, passes to Olarerin. Olarerin, he's just hit two, shoots the floater, can't get it to go. Dragons come up with the rebound. Savory Richards goes all the way to the rim, can't get the shot to go. And that'll be two shots at the line for him, for Micah Savory Richards. A player averaging 14.5 points per game, plays high minutes, 32 minutes per game for him. Manages to chip in with just under 6 rebounds. Gets 2 assists as well per game. So a player, again, similar to what we talked about, Zane Porman, can come in and be efficient, be effective. Rockets going with their smallest possible lineup here, with Hopkins, Chamberlain and Sangu all on the bench. So maybe see Porman and Spurrier have to play some bigger roles here. Welcome to the game, Vance Silcott for the Bradford Dragons. Clark uses the screen from Spurrier. Spurrier flashes to the middle of the rim, no, not open, and Porman will get the shooter's roll to go. What a high-scoring game so far for Rockets. We're not even 13 minutes into this one, and 42 points on the scoreboard. Dragons were just 22. They're going to want to try and continue to get some transition points, but at the same time, they need to come up with some better offensive solutions here. Rockets defending really, really well, despite being in a bit of foul trouble. So Zep Jasper does foul Josephs. He wants 2 shots at the line, but officials decide it's a sideline ball. Williams on inbound. Josephs. Chance of defense in the crowd, but Williams gets the open 3, gets it to go, holds his follow through, and a very upset Samit Nurizadeh calls time out. 42 points to 25, 17 points at this stage in the game, whilst being a big lead is not enough to seal the deal. So Samit Nurizadeh definitely in making sure to call his first time out of the game. Interesting that despite Rockets' very high scoring run, we haven't actually seen a timeout from the Bradford Dragons. I think some momentum stoppers might have been useful for them by calling some timeouts in this one. Let's see our comment section. Dion Haynes, great first quarter. Absolutely, first quarter has been electric for the Reading Rockets. Dragons, you can see in their timeout right now, still together, but not looking overly enthusiastic. But if you want to see enthusiasm, take a look at our Loddon Valley crowd waving their hands in the air as Bailey Tustin, Rockets MC, firing out some mini squidgy basketballs. And a fan favorite for sure here in Reading. Enthusiastic is the only word to use to describe the energy of Bailey. Fantastic to have all 131 of you watching live and the thousands of you watching post-stream. Thank you for joining us. It's our pleasure to have you. Please, those of you live, get in the comment section. What's your thoughts? What's your opinions? How's the game going in your eyes? Oh, and a backcourt violation called. Not sure about that one, as it did look like Andreas Lakudis did a great job of getting a hand on the pass between Mitch Clark and Olarerin, but referee disagrees and thinks Olarerin was the only one to get a touch. Hi, good game, says Carmen Cavalier. How are you, Carmen? Thank you for joining us. And indeed, what a good game we have on our hands here. And of course, offensive foul is always going to be called when Mitch Clark is in the game. He takes one to the chest and forces a change of possession. Offensive foul called on number 14, Vance Silcott, as we have a young Reading Rocket player run on the court to wipe the floor and keep it dry for our players. Gets a lovely little round of applause from the many Reading Rockets fans here in attendance. Something that's really celebrated our junior program. Make sure to follow the Reading Rockets on Instagram if you are interested to see the results from this weekend. Gets posted each week. Spurrier sets the screen for Olarerin and a foul call. So that's two in quick succession for Silcott as he gets an offensive foul and then a defensive foul down the other end. So two quick ones on him. Lots of fouls to manage in this one for both teams. Rockets on 4 fouls already, so any further fouls on the Reading Rockets would also give Dragons free throws, which might help them chip back from this deficit. And look at that rebound from Spurrier, who rises above 3 Dragons rebounders to go and get that one and then gets fouled. So Dragons only with one more foul to give before they're in team foul trouble as well. Clark. Olarerin. Of course, he shoots it. Can't get it to go. Josephs with the rebound. Josephs goes all the way to the rim and another layup for him. Josephs, a former Reading Rockets under-18 and Division I men's player. Back in his junior days, amazing to have players such as Josephs come back, and what a career he's had and having, as all the success he's had in the BBL Division I, went abroad to the States. And we'll have to slow down that thought as it's a lovely play from Dragons. Put that on a highlight reel for the team. Lovely finish from Andre Gale as he gets his first bucket of the game, and a lovely little pass behind the back from Lakudis. Clark answers back with 2 of his own. Dragons managed to get this one back to 13, 15 points now, the lead for Reading Rockets. Williams shoots with a hand in his face, can't get it to go. Silcott switches it to Lakudis. Olarerin touches it, and it will be a Dragons ball. And Spurrier will head to the bench. A gentle ripple of applause. And Chamberlain will come back in to try and continue his offensive onslaught. 11 points for him so far. 3 of 5 from behind the arc, and hasn't yet missed a free throw hitting 2 at the line. And with just 1 second left on the shot clock, Olorarian has to foul to prevent Andre Gale from getting a wide open look under the rim. So he has to foul him. Just make sure the basket doesn't go. If you're going to foul someone at the rim, make sure they don't score it. Make them earn it from the line. Don't want to give up and ones, and definitely don't want to give up open layups. So a smart foul. But Dragons with a chance to make that foul extra costly by still getting the 2 shots to go. And that is exactly what happens. Andre Gale gets both shots to go. And welcome back into the game after a long rest for Tyner Sangu, as Olorarian will take a minute. He's got 2 fouls of his own, so Mirazade just managing fouls at the minute. Here is Nasangu, who passes to Portman, over to Chamberlain. Jasper swings to Nasangu. Bounce pass to Clark. Clark drives the baseline to Portman. Good hands from the Bradford defense, but Chamberlain, you cannot leave him open. And Josephs gets his left-hander, swats the shot away. Chamberlain says, doesn't matter, because I'll shoot the corner 3, and can't get it to go. But a reset shot clock because it hit the rim, so 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Zep Jasper tries to make a play, kicks to Clark, way behind the 3-point line. Will pull it, Salk's late to get a hand up, and another reset shot clock. Jasper gets the rebound. Rim rattles, no good. Nasangu with the rebound, and a foul called on the Bradford Dragons. Non-stop action here as Williams went back into the game, but you can just see there, Rockets put a bigger lineup in and get rebound after rebound. Dragons falling behind in this one in the first half and cannot give Rockets that many chances to try and score if they want to claw their way back into making this a single-digit game. Chamberlain gets nothing but backboard on his shot. 8 seconds on the shot clock, so Rockets continue to try and rush through their offense. Portman, lovely pass to Nasangu. Ball gets tipped. Ball goes out of bounds. And Rockets have just 1.4 seconds on the shot clock, so expect something at the rim or a catch-and-shoot shot here. $129 of you watching on stream. Challenge for you. Can you help get that number to 150? Send the link to your friends, your family. We get plenty of you joining us week after week. Be amazing to have as many people as possible enjoy this one. I know I certainly am. Of course, wheelchair action earlier today as the Reading Rockets wheelchair team came up with a big win of their own here at Loddon Valley. Congratulations to them and their recent success in the Wheelchair Basketball League. There is the lob to Nasangu, can't get the shot to go, but it hits the rim, and again, a rebound. Chamberlain goes to the rim. Offensive foul as Saltz draws the charge from Chamberlain, and that will almost certainly means he has to come out the game because he will now have a second personal foul. I thought he might have been on 3 there, but the call is 2, so Chamberlain on 2 personal fouls. Frustrating for him to get that foul on that sub because he has done such a good job of scoring the ball. Top scorer in this one so far, but Williams close behind with 10 of his own. Saltz by himself at the rim will lay it in. And another timeout called for the Reading Rockets. So Reading really done a great job at getting after the offensive rebounds and getting good quality shots, open threes, chances at the rim, but they've stopped getting them to drop as Dragons managed to dry up Rockets scoring despite them. Lackluster rebounding, shall we say. However, on the offensive end, Dragons have done a good job of coming back in this one. Rockets had 32 points to 16 after the first 10 minutes of action, but so far in this second quarter, Bradford Dragons actually winning the quarter 15 to 12. Oh, sorry, 17-12. I forgot to add on those last 2 points that we just saw.
So please refrain from coming onto the floor. We will let you know when you can come and have a shoot. But stay in
Bradford Dragons still yet to call a timeout in this one. That's proved useful in the second quarter, but that first quarter, maybe not calling a timeout, resetting their troops and coming up with some defensive solutions might have just hurt them a little bit, because they really suffered from Rockets' offense. But a much better second quarter here. And Nurizade is going to want to find some offensive solutions to try and help get some more scoring going. Pullman to Olarerin, comes off the screen from Nasangu. Pullman gets the ball inside. Pullman skips to Zep Jasper. Gets trapped off the screen and turns the ball over. Williams comes up with it. Williams passes the ball ahead. Lakudis rejects the screen for Salts. And we see Gale pass it up. Williams likes to try and create his own shot, and he's only got 3 seconds left to do it. Gets blocked from Clark. Olarerin, we know he likes to push the pace to go all the way to the rim. That's exactly what he'll do. All drags his back foot, and umpire Jamie Wheeler calls a travel. Referees in that bright yellow top due to the white and black colours of Reading and Bradford. Olarerin and Zep Jasper take a minute, and Hopkins and Spurrier come in. So a bigger lineup here for Rockets. Small-ish lineup for the Bradford Dragons. Salts. Williams weaves his way in and out. Salts decides to rush the three as the shot clock comes to an end. It's a rebound from Gale. But the ball is stripped, and Spurrier gets out in transition, decides to slow the possession down, hits Clark. Straight away swings the ball to Hopkins, into Nasangu, who drives, loads of contact. Can't get the layup to go. He'll get 2 shots on the line. We haven't seen a foul for a while, but there was one. Both teams now on 5 team fouls. And Josephs gets the call to head back into the game for Andreas Lakudis. First one, no good. We get a bit of a ooh from the over 400 Reading Rockets fans in attendance. One of the best fan bases in the country. They offer so much support to both the junior and senior team. It's amazing to have so many of them week after week. We appreciate you all hugely for your ongoing love and support. DJ K here. Sorry I couldn't be with you today. Resting up after being ill. Gutted to not be playing the tunes today. Enjoying you guys on live stream. Enough love from DJ K. DJ K, we are missing you today. Always got those banging tunes getting everybody going here at Loddon Valley. Kofi Joseph takes the tough 3, can't get the shot to go. Hopkins sells the contact, and will get 2 shots at the line due to team fouls. If Dragons can go on a little run here for the last 106 seconds of the first half, try and get this down to a single-digit game, there is an opportunity for them to take the momentum into halftime and give themselves the best possible chance before heading into the 3rd and 4th quarter. But Hopkins here have a chance to add 2 more points from the line, gets the first to go. Rockets will try and get over that 50-point mark and set their stall ahead of their continuation in the second half. We know they love a exciting game, but their job today is try and grow this lead as quickly as possible and keep Dragons away from a comeback. Josephs with the quick jab, shoots from way downtown, can't get it to go. And they really need him to start hitting a few of his threes. 0 of 3 from behind the arc today. 2 of 10 total for the team. Rockets 5 of 16 from behind the arc, 3 of those from Simon Chamberlain. Zane Portman wants to add one more, can't. Tyner Sangu comes up with it. Clark, there it is, back rim and right into the net. Over 50 points for the Reading Rockets, 18-point lead. Really important, Bradford Dragons don't go on a little dry spell on offense here. They got their 3 main guards of Josephs, Whelan, and Williams all in the game. Whelan, someone that can really score the ball, but turns it over on the pass. Hopkins, is it hammer time? No, it's not, as he just drops the ball in off the backboard and apologizes to the crowd on the way back for not hammering it down. Williams, 20-point gap. Salts can't get the shot to go. And Sangu comes up with a rebound. Clark, they've got time to take the last shot of the game. They've already got a 20-point lead. They won't want Dragons to get possession and have a chance to try and go on a run of their own. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Loddon Valley crowd count down. 6, 5. Clark to Spurrier, drives left, goes all the way to the rim, gets it to drop, and that is half-time as young Isaac Spurrier gets 2 points added to the scoreboard and 2 points to his name, and the Loddon Valley fans love a bucket from the juniors, especially one before the end of the first half. Get that buzzer beater good to go. So here we go, the teams will head to the dressing rooms, and before we take a quick break, we will of course have a little look at our live stats. And of course, thank you all for joining us on stream. We have over 120 of you watching on stream, over 400 of you here at Loddon Valley. And as we said, the many, many thousands of you that watch post-game on the recording. Amazing to always have your support. Please do continue, if you're watching on the live stream, to jump in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Happy to give a couple of shout outs. Now let's have a look at our stat sheet. Well, we have some young, talented dancers on court showing their moves, just as Clark, Hopkins and Chamberlain have done, getting 11 points each to their name. George Clark, the only person not to enter the game so far. Everyone that has entered the game for Rockets has got at least 2 points to their name, while Herrera and Portman with 7 each. Bradford Dragons, though, on the offensive end, still have some good scoring. Whelan got off to a quick 7 points to his name, and Williams had 10 as well. Scoring did slow down, and despite a really good effort from Dragons and holding Rockets to just 12 points after 6.5 minutes, Rockets went on to go and score 11 more in that last couple of minutes of the second quarter, and that's meant they have a 22-point lead, 55 to 33. I'm excited to see your comments when I come back from the end of a halftime break. Please enjoy the dancing on screen for you, and we will see you very shortly for the second half. We are back and ready and waiting for the second half. The 1.5 minute mark is about to be reached, where both teams will be asked to go and have their final minute conversations with their coaches. They've gone to the team talks at halftime, back in the changing rooms. Coaches have come up with their solutions, their ideas, and their game plans. But it is Reading Rockets that lead 55 to 33. You can see the quarter stats so far. 2 of 9 from behind the arc for the Bradford Dragons. A team that can be very dangerous from behind the arc, but so far in the first half haven't been able to get it going. I think the fact they've only shot 9 with the shooters that they have says a lot as well about the defense of Reading Rockets. They really picked up after the first 5 minutes. It was a little bit slow to start. Meanwhile, down the other end, 6 threes have been good to go for the Reading Rockets, and of course, big contribution, half of those scored by Simon Chamberlain, who is 3 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from behind the three-point line. So we would have just seen the rebound battle heavily in favor of the Reading Rockets. 29 rebounds to only 11 for the Bradford Dragons, and that lack of size for the Dragons really hurting them. But even when the Reading Rockets have gone to the smaller lineup, they've still managed to get plenty of rebounds. 12 offensive rebounds so far for Rockets, and Dragons offensive and defensive combined only on 11. There's a big story of the game so far. Means Reading Rockets end up with extra possessions, extra shots, extra chances to try and create the best possible scoring opportunity.
Okay, coming out to start the second half, we got Rockets and Portland.
I didn't think Victor was going to let go of that hoop, says Haley Molyneux. Outstanding game. Simon shining today. He absolutely is. Dion Haynes, Rockets domination and a great halftime show. Absolutely fantastic job from the young ladies at halftime, as Hopkins gets his first shot of the half to go as Rockets create a little bit of space for him along the baseline. Williams off Salks, Kofi Josephs. Off the Salks. Very well defended on the backside from Reading Rockets, forces Bradford Dragons have to go straight to a pick and roll. And basket is good with the good footwork and good patience from Andre Gale. He's already above his average of 4.7 a game. He's on 6 so far. Can he be a player trying to light a spark for the comeback of the Bradford Dragons? Hopkins switches Lolorarian. Clark accepts the screen from Nasangu. Loose pass, loose hands from Portman. Kofi Josephs gets downhill past the Salks, who and a Reading Rockets ball. It's only the 7th turnover for the Bradford Dragons. Both teams have only had 7 each. So doing a good job looking after the ball. Rockets getting their shots to drop. Dragons not so much. Clark hit a mid-range but missed this one. Hopkins gets the rebound, misses, gets the rebound, goes up, gets fouled. 2 shots at the line. Fouls called on number 9, Andre Gray.
Justin going to the line again. So strong at the rim. It'd be frustrating if he didn't get the first one to go.
Hopkins, 13 points so far to go with his 1 rebound, 3 assists. He's missed that free throw there as well. So he is 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Can't get the second to go either, so 5 of 8 from him. He was 5 of 6 before those 2. He only missed 1, but couldn't get those 2 to drop. Of course, Reading Rockets get another offensive rebound, which gives Mitch Clark a chance to drain a 3, and Dragons cannot afford to continue rebounding in this fashion, as Rockets are just getting far too many opportunities to try and score the ball. Gray to Whelan. Whelan fakes, gets the contact. Foul on Mitch Clark gets called for legal contact, and that will be 2 shots at the line for the scoring threat of Jordan Whelan. A really good job from Reading Rockets, who kept Whelan to just 7 points for the majority of the game. Whelan had a really hot start, getting a quick 7 points. Hasn't scored since and couldn't get that one to go either, but did get the second goal, so he got both to go. So 2 points added on for Whelan, 9 points to his total now. Williams, great steal on the pass between Nasango and Clark. Pass head to Sulks, who gets his shot off the backboard to go. So a 21-point game. Dragons keeping it at that margin. But what we really need here, Dragons, is some stops that lead to scores. More of that would help them cut this deficit down. You've got a roster as strong as the Reading Rockets, and when you've got players that can do that, Tyner Sangu just walks past his matchup, Richard Sulks. Here is Sulks, gets his layup to go, so answers back. So again, good scoring so far in this third quarter for Dragons, but desperate for stops. Can they get one here? And Zane Portman gets his reverse to go. Joseph behind the back, comes off the screen. Olorere manages to fight through it. Whelan has Clark on him. Decides to try and play 1v1. He gets a floater to go, but couldn't get it to drop. Hopkins tries baseline. Good luck stopping him. Oh, and a late whistle and a foul called on Gray.
When you see a charging J-Hop going to the room, it's a very hard man to stop. So he's going back to the penalty stripe for another 2.
And Gale comes in. Red Sulks takes a minute. Hopkins, after going empty on the last trip, does manage to get the first one to drop. Over 100 of you continuing to watch. Pleasure to have you all. Can Rockets continue to hold on to this 20-point margin that they've been able to secure in the first half and able to keep so far in the first 4 minutes of the second half? Send us your comments. What's your thoughts so far? Who's in the race for the fan MVP? Williams retreats. Gale picks and pops. Here is Gale. Can't get the 3 to go. Portman trying to get his troops to get ahead of him quicker, but Bradford Dragons do a good job of stopping any transition, so Rockets are now in a half-court offense. Chamberlain. Olorere tries to play 1v1, but good defense. Clark loses it, gets it back. Portman shoots, gets contact. He's going to get 2 shots at the line.
Some great defense from the Dragons, with the Rockets get an effort in the room. Portman is fouled. Clever thinking, getting a quick shot away. 2 to come.
So Portman will get a chance to hit a couple at the line here. And he does get the first one to go, so it's 69 to 43. Gets both to drop. Savory Richards will take a minute. As Grant Silcott will come back into the game to play as a big man role. Williams left hand. Oh, it's a good pass, but not on the same page as Gray. Sorry, not on the same page as Gale. Okay, so here is Clark. calls his offense. Olarerin gives it back to Clark, comes off Chamberlain. Olarerin. Three's no good. Defensive rebound for the Dragons. Williams will push the pace. Good hands from Olarerin. Oh, and then a foul called. So 4 team fouls for the Dragons. So they are in the right thing, trying to be physical, trying to get hands on balls, but any more fouls for them in the last 4.5 minutes will result in 2 shots for Rockets, which is not ideal. Zane Porman takes a rest. And Zep Jasper will come back in. He's got 3 points and 5 rebounds in this one to go with an assist. Olarerin stops, kicks, Hopkins drives left, goes all the way to the rim, gets to 2 feet, and gets it to go. Almost a 30-point lead here for Reading. And Williams sneaks the left hand in on the right side of the rim. Williams continuing to try and have a bit of an impact for his team. Top scorer for the Dragons with 12. Rockets with multiple scorers of 11 or more, 4 of them currently in the double digits. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, so it'll be a corner ball for the Reading Rockets as they'll have to come up with a sideline play. Dragons look like they might be setting up into a bit of a zone here, as they look like they might be going for a 2-3, so 2 players near the top of the 3-point line and 1 player in each corner, 1 player under the rim. So rather than defending people, they're going to start to defend spaces and try and force Rockets into some tough shots. But Hopkins here decides not to shoot the 3. One hard thing about a zone is it does become even harder to defensive rebound because you're not connected to a player, can't stop them from going to get an offensive board. And that's the 2nd offensive rebound for Rockets, and Jordan Whelan knocks it out of bounds, so it'll be a baseline ball for the team from Reading. See head coach Samit Rossetti up close and personal on that last shot. Barking instructions, getting his team exactly where he wants them.
Hopkins picks up another foul on him. Another visit to the line.
So Hopkins will get another chance to have a couple of shots from the free throw line. He gets the first one to drop. Second free throw is good. So a battle for MVP here amongst the Reading Rockets. Got 16 points and gets called Zane Porman. It's only his first personal foul. Really tough shot. Williams done that multiple times now. Looks like the foul might be off the ball. He did call basket good, so here's a 3. So the foul must have been off the ball, meaning it goes back to the Bradford Dragons. Nasangu. Porman throws it up. Hammer time! Ty Nasangu rises up and hammers it with 2 hands. 76-48. We promised you his head would be above the rim at some point today, and there it is. Yakudis gets stuck multiple times, manages to make a play by crossing it court to Gale. Williams stops, pops, 3 is no good. Nasangu comes up with it. Porman, chance to pass ahead here, decides not to, slows it down, goes through Nasangu into Zep Jaspo, swings to Chamberlain, pick and roll between Chamberlain and Olarerin to Nasangu. Another pick and roll action. Porman couldn't quite get the swing to go to Nasangu. Williams now in transition. And that will be basket good. Reason being, ball had either hit the backboard before Nsangu touched it, the ball was above the rim, in line with the rim, or the ball was on the way down. A couple of rules with when you're blocking a shot, and when you get to the big boy leagues and the ball is going up that high and players can go up and get it, you have to keep a close eye as officials. 76 to 50, you do wonder if there's enough time in this one for the Dragons, but in a league such as Division 1, top of the league, bottom of the league, doesn't matter. Every game can be close. Every game has enough talent to be competitive. We even saw some of the tournaments early in the season. We saw some Division 2 sides such as Barking Abbey come here to the Valley and force a close contest. So many teams doing very good things across all the NBL divisions. Jasper comes up with it past to Portman Olarerin. Manages to gain it but couldn't catch it. Chamberlain back to Jasper. He'll want to shoot that one. No good. Rebound secured for the Dragons. Savory Richards comes up with that one. And there's a chance to get out in transition here of Olarerin, who does the smooth behind the back, goes all the way to the rim, gets contact to the head, and makes the left-hand layup. And one. This must be up there for one of the records in terms of the amount of and ones called in a game. Both teams making multiple and one shots. And Olarerin, a player that loves to score the ball, loves to make plays at the rim, shots from deep. Real fan favorite in Reading. Good rebound from Silcott. Williams calls the play that he'd like. It's a pick and roll. Olarerin does a good job to stop him from breaking the three-point line. Silcott inside. 2 points are good for Lakudis. Portman kicks it back to Chamberlain, who drives, stops, pops, gets the 2-point shot to go. 13 points to his name now. Rockets running some zone of their own. Chance for Olarerin to get out in transition, but the ball was accidentally kicked, so it will go back to the Bradford Dragons. So Rockets experimenting with some zonal defense. So you may notice, you'll see the setup now. You've got the 2 players above the three-point line. You've got 1 in the paint and 2 in the corners. So you'll see the players don't keep defending the same people. They all rotate into different areas. Portman. It's only 30 seconds left of this third quarter. Rockets winning the game currently 80 to 52, so a 28-point lead for them so far. Chamberlain hands off to Portman. Portman comes off the pick into Chamberlain. Chamberlain shoots the mid-range. No good. Kudis to Williams. Dragons not getting a load of opportunities to transition, but they are deep into the third quarter clock, and what a play that is from Williams, weaving his way through, and Portman shoots from way downtown. I don't think he realized that there was 4 seconds left on the clock. Referees are asking players to stay on the court as there was still a little bit of time. Still a little bit of time left on the clock when the whistle went. So they'll have about a second left to try and get something to go here. I imagine they might just inbound it and hold the ball. But they do have 0.8 seconds left. Rockets will go and pick up their man-to-man.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting told off. Sorry, we're not at the end of the third quarter. We've still got 1.8 seconds.
And there it is. So 80 to 54, end of the third quarter. Let's have a little look at what we have going on here. Let's go, J-Hop. Yes. Love the action, says DJK. Yes. Absolutely. Justin Hopkins, again, with another big game. What a talent he's proved to be for Reading Rockets this year. 19 points for him so far. Clark with 16 of his own. Chamberlain with 13 and Pullman with 11 leading scorers for Rockets. They have all over 10 points. Olararin with 9 of his own as he claws to double digits. Williams leading the charge for the Bradford Dragons. 19 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and a couple of steals. Not enough, though, with the big lead Rockets have managed to gain. Thanks to all of you for continuing to enjoy the action with us on stream, and for any of you that joined us for wheelchair action prior. A really exciting game to watch, wheelchair basketball. Physical game, really talented athletes, strong athletes that I think are fascinating to see their games and watch how competitive those fixtures can get.
Season ticket holder, community baller, all-round sports guy. Love that. The name is Hicks. 460-749. Hicks.
So let's see what Rockets go to. Might go back to a man-to-man here.
All right, here we go. Last quarter. Defense.
Dragons get all the way to the rim. Contact called. 2 shots at the line. So interesting to consider what coaches are saying. Bradford Dragons yet to call a timeout in the whole game, and they've only rotated 8 players, so a couple of timeouts in the first half probably would have really helped them, especially in that first quarter. That's the one that really damaged their chances today, losing that first quarter by 16 points, and then only losing the second and third by 6 and 4 points each. So no timeouts called so far. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to call any late on. It's a big, big gap between the two teams. Rockets, however, doing a great job to not only dominate this game, but then continue to lead each quarter. Jasper inbounds the ball. And of course, it's that man, Pullman, that manages to go all the way to the rim, makes the right-hand layup. Jasper defending Williams now. Williams comes off the pick. Oh, Rockets thought they might be able to get a hand on it, but a foul is called. Guys, make sure to stick with us even after the end of this fourth quarter, as we're going to head down courtside to go and speak to MVPs and head coaches for the winning team. So stick with us as we'll go down and get all the thoughts and reviews. Rockets continuing to play around with a bit of zonal defense, but gets punished on that occasion with a mid-range jump shot. Dragons back into their man-to-man. They're continuing to try and defend the ball person for person. Jasper to Chamberlain. Chamberlain passes to Olararin. Comes off the pick. Double team. Needs to make a play. Finds Chamberlain. Drives and lays the ball up, but can't get it to go. Foul is called, and he will get 2 shots at the line. So Chamberlain, someone that can really shoot the ball. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line so far. Proved his 3-point shot value today, hitting almost 50% of those, and he's just got his 3rd free throw of the game. Set a moving screen, wasn't quite set, as the defender tried to get round it. Nasangu must have just made a little step to the side, or maybe tried to block him a little bit. And the ball will go back in the hands of Bradford Dragons. 26-point deficit for them, and it's a step back 3-shot go. So it's only a 23-point gap. Probably a little bit too big for them, but if they can get a few stops here, Dragons, and get a few big shots to drop, you never know, especially not in this league where every game is close. Lob thrown to Nasangu. Couldn't grab it because of the foul from Williams. And it'll be a baseline ball because the ball was not caught yet, so it can't be 2 shots. So let's see what Reading Rockets come up with. Smart play from Portman. Couldn't see a pass to make. No one open and available, so he'll throw it off the defender. As Gale gets a surprise ball to the knee. Making sure that the ball hits the knee and then goes out of bounds, so it goes back to Reading Rockets. They only get 5 seconds to inbound the ball, so by throwing it off the defender and making it go out of bounds, just resets that 5 seconds. Temna Rizade not very happy with the execution of the play, so he's called a timeout, probably going over the offensive strategy, and then on the defensive end, probably just coming up with some solutions to just try and ice the game out. You'll see on your screen now, here he is, Boom Boom Bailey Tustin, throwing some sweets in the crowd. We even got a couple of bags up here at half-time, so we'll enjoy those post-game. You can see the energy here in Loddon Valley is always good, and when the action is as good as it is, with the amazing talent on offer for the Reading Rockets, lots of youngsters coming in and celebrating those older players, lots of young players also getting involved in the Reading Rockets community basketball. If you're loving the game and not yet playing, reach out to the Reading Rockets community. Get involved. Go and find yourself a hub near you and go and play. Those of players in the community sometimes have ambitions to play in the Junior National League games as well. Lots of basketball on offer. If you're not sure how to get involved, ask any Rocket staff member and they'll send you to the right direction. So it'll be 2 shots at the line as Clark gets lots of contact on his way to the rim. Coach MGM in the comments. Once Coach Samet figured something out about your team, he finds 5 different ways to exploit that. Absolutely. Samet Nurizade being an absolutely fantastic coach for Reading Rockets in past and present. Of course, Reading Rockets recently winning a National Cup. Coach Samet did an excellent job on the scout, and Rockets secured a comfortable win up in Manchester, and last home game enjoyed celebrating that big win with the Reading Rockets home fans that weren't able to make the trip up north. Williams gets the leaner to go. What an impressive game from him. He has 26 points so far. The rest of his team on just 36 combined. Joseph and Whelan as the main scoring threats, along with Sook all on the bench, so some more rotational minutes for the rest of the Bradford Dragons squad. Division 1 women, a couple of Division 1 women's players in attendance as well. They had a close game away to the City of London Academy yesterday, and single-digit loss for them. And it's a breakaway opportunity, and lays the ball up her in, does Savory Richards, as he gets the steal and the transition bucket. Really dangerous location to steal the ball in the middle third of the court. Whenever the ball goes to that middle section between the 2 sidelines, really good place to steal the ball, because there's no one in the way, if you steal it, to stop you from getting a transition bucket. Nasangu gets the hook shot to go, so answers back. And lead goes up to 23. 6.5 minutes remaining in this one. Clark tries to defend Williams, does a good job staying in front, but Williams shakes, bakes, kicks the ball. And mid-range J is no good from Savory Richards. Gale comes up with the rebound, gets blocked. Oliveira goes all the way to the rim. Clean pickup. Easy layup for him. Williams comes off the pick from Silcott. Swings. And the two-point shot is crisp, clean, and through the net from Savory Richards. Coach Samet calling his offense. Olerarin passes to Spurrier, decides not to shoot the ball, drives, kicks. Olerarin for three, no good. And it's a defensive rebound. So a take all the way to the rim, and foul's being called on Mitch Clark. Not 100% sure what he did wrong there, but it will be two shots at the line for Savory Richards nonetheless. Coach Samet Nourizadeh not overly thrilled with the call either, but referee has clearly seen something wrong, maybe some lateral movement or something that's forced the blocking call by the official. First foul shot is good for Savory Richards. That gets him up to 9. So one more shot at the line here gives him a chance to get himself into double digits. He averages 14.5 a game, so he's creeping closer and closer to that number. Gets the second to go, so a well-earned 10 points from him. And Salks has also entered back into the game for Vance Silcott. Spurrier will slip the screen. Portman goes all the way to the rim and goes up with two hands for safety. And Olerarin will then try and stop the fast break by fouling. Don't think he realized they were on 4 team fouls, so sometimes you try and foul in transition. You see that two-hand jam, just as the Loddon Valley fans got to see that on the big screen here at the Valley. So yeah, transition foul. Sometimes you just try and make a transition foul just to stop any fast break opportunities. You just try and force the ball to be inbounded from the sideline, but Olerarin not realizing that they were on 4 team fouls, which means that 5th foul has given 2 chances at the line for Williams anyway, as he scores his 27th point with his first free throw. What a game. He's had 6 of 8 from behind, from inside the 3, and 4 of 9 from outside the 3. He's got 4 assists to go with it, and he's now 4 of 4 from the free throw line after knocking them both down. So a standout performance from him, but not enough with him, as we now see the first timeout of the game for the Bradford Dragons. So something coach wants to talk about, might be a chance to work on something for their next game, for the next 5 minutes, might be something he saw that he thinks he could help with. Try and maybe put a bit of a full court press on and force some turnovers from Rockets. Could they try and get some quick transition points? 124 of you watching on stream. Thank you to you all for joining us. We have 5 minutes left, and then MVP will be decided. Who do you think will get the MVP for today's game? Contenders such as Pullman and Clark on offer for you, as well as, of course, Justin Hopkins as well. Boom Boom Bailey Tustin continuing to shoot some small squidgy basketballs out into the crowd as hands go waving and feet go jumping, trying to get Boom Boom Bailey's attention. Now Pullman here as we go back to the action. We're under the 5-minute mark. Pullman stuck at the top of the 3. So Hopkins will come to set a screen. Pullman still trying to work his way to the rim. Olerarin decides he has enough space to shoot the 3. Can't get it to go. He's 0 of 4 from behind the 3-point line, but still 1 of 7. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stats. 1 of 7 from behind the 3-point line. These are on 11 points on this one. Big tip from Mitch Clark. Manages to knock the ball to Pullman for him to gain the rebound. Pullman again, they're going to steal the pass that was attempted for Whelan and gives it straight back as he throws it to Williams, who will pretend to pass and then miss the layup. Dragons looking depleted and a bit frustrated here. They've got to keep going for the last few minutes of this one, but Rockets have just sapped the energy out of them with a really strong performance. Pullman's going to fake the 1v1 and then kick to Clark on the weak side, but three-point shot is no good. Whelan, 93-70, 23-point advantage for the Reading Rockets. Both teams are in a bit of foul trouble. Only more fouls will result in free throws. We've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Whelan here will probably want to try and make a play. He does drive left, tries to spin. Ball tipped from Clark. Whelan then misses the off-balance jump shot. Mitch Clark will now advance the ball as they choose their offense. Here tonight, and you have to say when a game is like this and it's very one-sided, all credit has to go to performances like this. And for the first time today, Bradford Dragons will throw in Julian Lemansky into the game as Williams will take the last couple of minutes off. I imagine he's only had about a minute on the bench so far today, so he's going to take a little bit of an extended rest to finish and rest his legs. Meanwhile, Reading Rockets are ready to sub in Simon Chamberlain alongside another Academy junior, George Clark. Of course, Adam Cox and Isaac Spurrier and George Clark are the three regulars on the bench from the Academy here in Division 1, and George Clark is going to get to finish this one off as he gets the last 2 minutes, 20 seconds. And Ola Raring and Zane Porman will take their turn to sit out on the last couple of minutes of this one. Excellent performance from Porman. What an impact. He's had a very high efficiency rating of 35 as he continues to battle for another MVP call. And the three-point shot is no good from Savory Richards, and the jump ball's called as Spurrier and Rahid Sulks get their hands on the ball. Arrow in favor of the Reading Rockets. Last 2 minutes, guys, let us know who are your MVPs. Hanif thinks Jay Hop, Justin Hopkins for MVP. UJK, of course, saying Zane having a good game, enjoying watching them play as a team. Great game from Zep Jasper, says Tay Russell. As Chamberlain will pass to Clark. Clark wide open at the top of the three. Doesn't often miss those, but does on this occasion. Whelan with the loose handle. And it's an offensive foul on Whelan, but a nice little bounce pass from youngster Julian Lemansky. And Clark will take the rest of the 1 minute 34 seconds off, as will Justin Hopkins, both of them walking off to a nice round of applause. And Tyner Sangu will finish this one off, as will Zep Jasper. Tay Russell was, of course, in the comments saying that he's happy with Jasper's performance today. Well, he's got a chance to finish this last minute 34 seconds off with juniors Spurrier and Clark also in the game along with Simon Chamberlain. Passes to Nsangu. Swings to Chamberlain. Chamberlain and Spurrier look to play pick and roll. Clark has the ball now. Passes to Jasper. Jasper comes off the pick. Chamberlain inside to Clark. Gets trapped. Kicks to Spurrier. Spurrier drives left. Goes all the way to the rim and lays the ball in off the glass with his right hand. Another bucket for Spurrier in this one. He's on 6 points now, along with his 3 rebounds, and not had a turnover either. So a good few minutes from him. And a second jump ball. No, it's a travel called. Comment section, Isaac Spurrier for MVP, says Jacob. DJ Kelly missing, seeing Reese on the floor, absolutely hoping to get that boot off as soon as possible and gradually come back in. Come on, Charlie, give us a shout out. Jacob, I've got you. Chris Sharples, great commentary. Charlie, thank you, Chris Sharples, as Isaac Spurrier gets his 7th and 8th point of the game on the layup, gets fouled, and he'll have one shot at the line. 30-point lead for Reading Rockets, 102-72. Spurrier getting a lovely few minutes here. Fantastic performance for him. Wondering if Jacob in the comments could be Jacob Spurrier, Isaac Spurrier's older brother, JMA graduate, currently at Anglia Ruskin University. With the team last year, got to play with Isaac Spurrier at the academy, and now that Jacob, who formerly also played in the Division 1 side, has moved on, Isaac Spurrier takes his turn to get his minutes in the first team. Great commentary, Charlie. Superstar, thank you very much, guys. Always appreciate your nice feedback on stream. Thank you all for joining us, and of course, our amazing stream team, award-winning stream team over the last few years, continuing to push boundaries as we have so much available. And live stream, post-game interviews, highlights, replays. We try and do it all. So massive shout out to all of the people behind the scenes. George Clark now will pass to Chamberlain, comes off the pick into Clark. Clark has Whelan on him. He's going to try and play 1v1, kicks to Jasper. Jasper only has 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to make a play. Pass to Nasangu, couldn't get the handle. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's a shot clock violation. So Dragons have the choice now. They are down by 29 points. They have 74, but Rockets with 103. So they can either walk the ball out, or they might even decide to try and get one last bucket. Why not? Go for it. One last opportunity to score. Savory Richards will fake the shot. Whelan with 5 seconds on the clock. Drives, right-hand finish. Basket's good, and that is all she wrote. We will very shortly head courtside, so please stick with us. Let's have a very quick look in the meantime at the stats. Justin Williams needs a huge shout out. 30-point game for him, 44% from behind the three-point line, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Fantastic effort from him. Rockets managed to do a fantastic job on the defensive end, but as well on offense. We have Mitch Clark with 18 points, Pullman with 15 points and a triple-double, 13 points, 11 assists. He will almost certainly be announced as the most valuable player for this one. We'll see if we can go and have a conversation with him down courtside. Olorarian with 14 and Hopkins with 21 points as well. Simon Chamberlain off the bench with 14 points and 6 rebounds. We are now going to go down courtside. Stick with us on stream and we'll go and talk to your favorite players and head coach Samit Nirazadeh to go and find out their thoughts. Guys, we are courtside joined with Mitch Clark. Mitch Clark, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What are you thinking right now? Are you happy with that one?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a good win. I think we put our foot down defensively at the end of that second quarter and really went on a run, which probably crushed their spirits a little bit. Great to see so many guys play well, and I'm just so happy for like Zane. He goes so unnoticed all the time, and winning MVP is so well deserved. So I'm really happy for him.
Absolutely. 18 points and 11 assists for you. 11 assists, I think that shows just how much you're managing to find your teammates and you're enjoying playing with them this season. Is it just coming naturally for you by this point in the season, just knowing how the offenses runs and where to find you guys?
Yeah, I think obviously Samet puts a lot of trust in me, and I think being here last year and now, so I've probably played 50 games in the system now, so I sort of know it really well, and I know where guys are going to be. I've learned sort of what Vic's doing, what Jay's doing, where they want the ball and things like that. And I guess having the trust in your coach is also nice and makes you play with a bit of confidence. So yeah, I didn't know I had 11. I'm pretty happy with that.
And of course, a convincing win. Was the fans any part to play in that? They had some great energy.
Yeah,
the noise up there, I could barely hear myself talk.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to them?
Oh, keep coming down. We need your support. We love your support, and you guys are like a sixth player for us out on the court. So thank you so much, and yeah, keep coming back.
Thank you very much,
Cheers, Charlie.
Mitch Clark. Thank you very much. So we will be very shortly joined by Zane Portman or Coach Samit Nurizadeh, as we have to have a...
Well, there you go. I'm happy. I would have taken a 1-point lead, so I'm happy.
I would have to say, Kofi Josephs and, of course, Whelan, two really efficient players. You guys did a great job of them defensively, but Justin Williams, a standout, 30 points for him. How did you find trying to manage all three of those guys at once today?
Oh, yeah. They're a difficult team to guard. We managed with Kofi and Jordan, but unfortunately not with the point guard, Will Williams. Amazing player, amazing. He was just hitting everything. We tried, but there you go. That's how we tried. So
103 points you scored today, but 30 assists. Are you happy with how the boys are playing together? Do you feel like they're really gelling at this point?
Absolutely, absolutely. Zane has got to do with it, a lot to do with it. When Zane is performing the way he is, that's helped us. And yeah, rightly so, he's the MVP of today's.
Samit, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. I'll let you go and find your son, as I know he'll be around here playing somewhere. So we are just waiting now one more time for Zane Portman, who's going to come and join us, MVP for today's game. Assistant coach Jack Adams just on the hunt for him at the moment as he comes and joins us right now. Thank you, Zane. Congratulations on the big win. MVP performance for you today. How are you feeling?
Oh, good, man. I feel like we earned it. There's nothing more to say about that, but we went out there and played.
15 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals. What do you think is really helping you at this point in the season, getting it all clicking? Is it your teammates? Is it the fans? Is it something about you personally? What have you found really helped you get into this groove?
You know what? I'll give all the props to Samit because he keeps us all accountable. Regardless of what's going on, regardless of how he feels, he still gives us the same sort of energy. So to us, that makes us go out and get it.
And just lastly, of course, a message to the Reading Rockets fans. They were outstanding today. If you got any message for them and the energy they're bringing week after week?
Yeah, man, keep us going. Keep the energy going because we thrive off it. So, yeah, man, we give you all the props too.
Thank you very much for your time, Zane. Congratulations on a great game. Guys, thank you very much for joining us right now. It's been absolutely fantastic to have you. An amazing performance from the Reading Rockets team here. We are very excited to see you at the next game. Thanks for all your support and see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.